it's time to discuss Scotland and the last three international games. These games being Scotland versus Denmark, Scotland versus Moldova, and Austria versus Scotland. So yeah, we'll just get into it. This is obviously for the World Cup qualifiers. The first one was against Denmark, and it was in Denmark as well. Um, just looking at it from afar, it was a 2-0 loss, where Daniel Was and Joachim Mahler scored the goals within 1 minute, with Was scoring in the 14th minute and Mahler scoring in the 15th minute. I'm just going to discuss the lineup now. We played Craig Gordon, which I guess is the best goalkeeper that we had really to our disposal, because John McLaughlin couldn't be selected. So we had Scott McKenna, Liam Cooper, Grant Hanley all playing in front of him. On the left we had Kieran Tierney. At right we had Andrew Robertson, which is I don't know, it's a bit controversial. Should he be playing there? I think he'll find Nathan Patterson if he does play and when he does play for Scotland. In the middle we had Billy Gilmore, Kenny McLean and Callum McGregor. That midfield three I think is probably our strongest. Maybe David Turnbull or John Fleck or someone like that might be a bit better than a McLean or a Callum McGregor, but for now it's quite good. Up top we had Che Adams and Ryan Fraser. Now Che Adams is an amazing player. Ryan Fraser, I don't know. I think we should be playing Ryan Christie perhaps up there. Briefly talking about the Denmark team, they had some good players, Kasper Schmeichel being one of them. It's just like an overall quality team, and on paper I guess you would expect Denmark to win. Stats wise, Denmark had 11 shots compared to Scotland's 5. 5 shots on target compared to Scotland's 2. They had 62% of possession and we had 38%. They made way more passes. Their pass accuracy was better as well. We made 12 fouls whilst they only made 11. No bookings in this game. And Scotland did actually have 5 corners. So I guess that kind of sums it up. The 2 goals were scored in the first half. So yeah, it's not that bad. Moving on to Moldova now. Right, moving on to Moldova, and this one's a good one. It's a 1-0 win at home. But still, I think you'll find a lot of us are happy with this. We played Craig Gordon, Jack Hendry, Grant Hanley, and Kieran Tierney, which I think is quite good. I would like, instead of Hendry, maybe Cooper instead, but it's still good. Now, this midfield 4 is what I really like, though. Nathan Patterson, Billy Gilmore, John McGinn, and Andrew Robertson. That is, I think, our best midfield 4. And with Ryan Christie, just playing a bit ahead of them, I think David Turnbull will eventually take over that spot, or you might see like a Scott Wright take over that spot. It's really good. And then we had Lyndon Dykes and Kevin Nisbet. Dykes scored the goal inevitably that won us the game in the 14th minute, but I still think Che Adams is better than Dykes. So having Adams and Nisbet up front, and having John McLaughlin when he's in the squad in that goalkeeper position, and having Cooper instead of Hendry at centre back, I think that would be our best lineup. So our best lineup, in my opinion, would be McLaughlin, Cooper, Hanley, Tierney, Patterson, Gilmore, McGinn, Robertson, Turnbull, Che Adams, and Nisbet. In my opinion, that would be our best lineup. In this case, we actually had more of the possession, us having 54%, whilst Moldova only had 46%. We had 7 shots on target compared to their 1. They had 6 shots and we had 16. There was 1 booking in the game. They got the only booking, and it was only a yellow card. But overall, I think this game is a lot more positive, being a 1-0 win. Obviously, Lyndon Dykes scored the only goal, but you will be happy to hear, Rangers fans, and I am a Rangers fan myself, I'm delighted to hear this, and Nathan Patterson has got an assist, which is amazing. Now, finally, the Austria game away in Vienna. We played a lineup consisting of Craig Gordon and net, Stephen O'Donnell on the right, Kieran Tierney, Jack Hendry and Grant Hanley as centre backs, and Andy Robertson on the left. Then a midfield three of Billy Gilmore, Callum McGregor and John McGinn. And the two strikers were Jay Adams and Lyndon Dykes. Nathan Patterson missed out with an injury, but he'll probably be back soon, and he probably would have played this game as well, which is disappointing. Paul McGinn was his replacement on the bench. But anyways, it was 1-0 away win, which puts us second in the qualifiers on 11 points. But Denmark are quite far ahead at the moment. Israel are only 1 point behind us in third though. The team that finishes second in the group still has a chance of qualifying. However, it might be a bit difficult, but still, there might be some hope. The only goal in this match was scored by Lyndon Dykes in the first half from the penalty spot. Briefly mentioning the Scotland under-21s, they drew 1-1 with Turkey. Under-21s away from home, with Glenn Middleton scoring Scotland's only goal in the first half. So that wraps it up. The international break is now over for Scotland, as we lost 2-0 to Denmark, beat Moldova 1-0, and beat Austria 1-0. Before the video ends, don't forget to like and subscribe, drop a comment too. Thanks for watching.